Hi everyone, my name is Nanda Araújo. I'm so grateful, thankful to be here today, this beautiful, beautiful day here. I'm so grateful, thankful. Thank you God, thank you God, thank you God for giving me the opportunity to just to be here and talking with my friends. Uh, I was very strong guy to talk about something very important. Uh, because something this just happened with me over, I can say 5 weeks ago. But what I'd like to talk about today is related to debt and forgiveness. And that this is a very, very, very important subject to talking about, debt forgiveness, because I see a lot of people don't talk about that, and then I mean talk about forgiveness. I'm original from Brazil. I grew up in spirituality, and I believe in reincarnation because I grew up on this. I see a lot of things, and I mean, so we just not gonna go through all these things because maybe it's it can be subject for another video. But what I'd like to talk about today about debt forgiveness, because 5 weeks ago my father passed away in Brazil. He was 99 years old. He said he was gonna make it to 100, and he got very very close, And but my father was a very physical and a verbal abuser with me, my brother, my two sisters. And I grew up with so much anger. I never had any love, you know what I mean, any feelings at all for him. Only fear, very strong fear. That's the only feeling that I have for my father. Fear for many, many, many years in my life. Even my brother and my two sisters too. But a long time ago, I can say, maybe 17 years ago, I was the first one to, I called my father in Brazil, and I said, that is the reason I'm calling, because I just want to say that I forgive you for all the things that you did to me when I was a child, blah, 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 blah. And he said, oh, I'm very happy, at least, one of my four sons, and I mean, four children, forgive me, already forgive me. So if I die today, I die happy. But then after that, everybody else will work, through forgiveness. But one thing I said to him, I said, no, you're never gonna hear from me that you're never gonna hear from me the words, I love you from my mouth. I'm never gonna say that to you that I love him. And he said, that's fine. I totally understand that. I've done a lot to you, and since you were little, and I totally understand, but I'm okay with that. But I passed, some few years after that, the spirit, started talking to me. You know, I, I, I learn more and more because I believe that every day we have opportunity to learn more and continue work some things that are important for our own personal life. So then this start coming very, very slowly, not doing one time, but slowly, for me to call him and I say that I love him. And they say, oh, now you've been asked for too much. But like I said, things start coming slowly. And one day I called him and I say, hey, I like to say that I love him. But when I say that, it didn't come from my mouth, it came from my heart. You know what I mean? I meant what I said to him, that I love him. And well, back a little bit in the stories, because before I used to have so many terrible dreams with him. I used to wake up very angry in the morning because the dreams is always in my dream. My dreams was beat me up, all this stuff. All the time, say that I'm not good enough, I'm never gonna be anybody, I never accomplish anything, and go on and on. But the first time that I'm back a little bit, because this is important for me to say, that I call him and I say that I forgive him, I felt a lot better. But I still continue to have some dreams with him. But I have to say to him that I love him and I meant what I said. It came, like I said, it came from my heart. The dream stops. Even the dreams that I have with him after that was dreaming to he was working to heal with me. I was working with someone, and he was work together with me. That's the type of dream that I start have with him. But anyway, so before he passed, my sister, my older sister, she called me and said, Nando, our father, is very sick, blah, blah, blah. I can see, I'm a very gifted person. I can see a lot of things. In the right way, I felt that he was going to pass in the night. And if I told my sister, he won't stay here for too long, you know what I mean? My sister felt the same thing, So, but at that night, I decided, to have a spiritual conversation with him because he was in a hospital, and the last few times that I spoke to him before that, he was unable to understand very well, or speak very well. But the spiritual conversation that I have with him the night that I felt he was going to pass away was one of those most beautiful conversations that I never had with my father. Because in reality, I never had any conversation with him, father, son, when I was young. But when I had this conversation with him, it was the most, like I said, beautiful, lovely conversation that I ever had with him. Was so much compassion, was so much love, was so much kindness, was an unconditional love conversation that I have with him. And I fell asleep after that. In the morning, I got a message from my sister saying, our dad's passed away. So yeah, I knew he passed away. And make a long story a little bit, a long story short, my father, he found a place in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, a spiritual place, like you can say metaphysical church, and he started going over there. That's when he started changing his life. He used to do a spiritual surgery in people. He did it with me many times, with some other people that used to work with him. But anyway, so that night, you know what I mean, that like I said again, that I have this spiritual conversation with him, I felt so much peace, and I felt this love that I never felt for him before. And this is for me, was everything for me. It's something so amazing. My sister, the sister I'm talking about, she lives in Switzerland, and she was the last one, the still kind of some resistance to say things like that to him. But she did the same thing. She said she cried a lot, and she felt amazing. Even me personally after that, I had my time that I cried a lot. It's something that I never thought I was gonna do, cry. Cry, with not say with a relief or anything like that. Cry that I was missing him. But like I said, in the beginning, the things I'm talking about today is that in forgiveness, how important it is for us to forgive the others. The reason I decided to spend what happened to me so you can see the power of forgiveness. Everybody out there talking about forgiveness, and I respect whoever been talking, how they're talking, but it is a lot more behind the forgiveness, the true forgiveness. That's exactly that I did with my father, the true forgiveness, to release it from everything, to be able to feel love for him, to be able to say, I love you, from here. And so, once again, and I was able, to have this spirit conversation to him before he passed away. My point is, if I never work with forgiveness with him, even though the Spirit was asking me, you need to work to forgiveness with him, blah, 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 blah. I had a lot of resistance before, But the day that I decided to do, like I said before, I felt better. But the day after that, I decided to say that I love, things totally changed between us. But once again, how important it is, because can you imagine if I don't did all these things that I did with my father, and then he passed away, I'm gonna be here and say, oh, thank God, so he's not here anymore, I don't have to deal with that. I'm sorry, it's not the way the things are gonna work for anyone. You're gonna continue to deal with the things that happened because you did not work out with forgiveness with the person that did so much to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking just only your father or your mother. They can be anyone, your ex-husband, wife, brother, sister. a co-worker, someone did something when you were a child, can be anyone, how important it is. And the other things that I like to say, to talk about that, they can be even with you. Because I could have died before him. You know what I mean? I worked so much forgiveness, not only to my father, but so many other people. They did so many things now with me when I was a child. But once again, I could have died before him, before so many other people. And I was going to take with me all these energies, all this unforgiveness energy with me to another life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the other thing so important, I mean, forgiveness is you break the chains. So this don't go past to another generation. I have two sons, and I have a young one who's gonna be 3 years old next month. You know how so important it is for us to work out those things. You know what I mean? Because we just don't pass to another generation. We break the chain. You just break them. It's like the same thing. I'm working with so many other things, relate to money, relate to faith, related to drugs that I quit a long time ago, alcohol, you go on and on and on. So many things, so many chains that are broken in the past. So I don't pass, for my generation, so my son, children, don't pass for this generation. You know what I'm talking about. Some things they can come from generation to generation, for hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands of years. Violence, alcohol, drugs, sex abuse, go on and on and on. So you need to break those chains, my friend. That's the reason, like I said, I was talking about that and forgiveness. Because when you forgive the others, and before they leave this planet, and when you work to forgive with yourselves before you leave this planet, because no one knows when you're gonna leave. I don't know when I'm gonna leave. You don't know when you're gonna leave. But one thing I can say to you, my friend, from my own experience, I'm not talking about in here the book that I read, and like a lot of people, I've been talking today about this that I read in a book. Everything that I talked to you guys, I went through those things. It's from my own experience. How important it is, for you guys to understand about that and forgiveness. Some people that I work sometimes, when I see some things, you need to work the forgiveness, this process, that process, without saying anything to me, I can see those things. I said, this doesn't gonna happen this lifetime. I respect. I don't tell them, no, you have to, because if you don't forgive, this is gonna happen. I have to respect and honor the journey. But I do explain to them the benefits, what the good they're gonna make in their lives and in their children. Especially the person that I meet, the class that I'm working, have a children. I explain to them, you're gonna break the chains. You're gonna break the curse, whatever you like to call. You're not gonna pass to them. If you don't break, you're gonna pass to them. You're gonna pass this unforgiveness, all this unforgiveness energy to them. If they're going to go through some things when they grow up, they're not going to forgive people, because my mother never forgave anyone. Or she's always said, my father this, that with me. I never forgive him, but it's possible for me to forgive him for what he's done with me. What do we think is your child, my child is going to do if I say those things to them? They're going to do the same thing. But if I break, I can use my own testimony to help them to understand about forgiveness, about that and about forgiveness. So I just want you thinking about a little bit. Like I said, for me, it didn't happen just like that. It took a little bit while. Like I said, I had a lot of resistances to forgive my father. I have a lot of resistance to forgive so many people that done so many things with me when I was a child. But I will say this to you, my friend. Was the best ever decision that I make in my life. Now I'm going through some other things too, some personal things that now I cannot talk yet, because I'm still working on. I'm still now, when everything's passed, now I'm gonna make a video about this, because I promised to myself these things that I'm going through, that I'm working on with the prayers, I'm working with faiths. Now when everything's passed, and I'm gonna come, I'm gonna make a video, because I need to share what happened to me, and I need to share the results that I have with the faith, with the prayers. But my message for today, once again, my friend, is related to that and to forgiveness. If this message that I talking here today, the subject that I talking here today, resonate with you, think about them. You know what I mean? If you know anybody, you know what I mean, going through some things in their lives, you know what I mean, and is struggling with forgiveness, send this video, you know, to them, you know what I mean? So they can watch the videos, you know what I mean? And my only intention is to help people. Like the same way so many people in my life help me all the time, talk with me some things, you know what I mean? For me to work out, to release, go on and on. But once again, I just want to say thank you very much, Divine Spirit, you know, the universe, you know, for the opportunity to be here. It's a beautiful place in this beautiful weather right now. And I'd like to say, you know, all the information about me on my website, you know, is on if you click on about on my YouTube channel, you see my website, my email address. If you like to have any private session with me, you can check out my website. I do so many things, my friend. And the other thing too that I like to say, that I'm praying for you, my friend, that if you are going through something right now, my friend, if you feel to have no one to talk to you, you know, or you are free to talk to someone because judgment, discrimination, feel free to reach out to me. Send an email to me. Are you answer you back? You know, are you talk to you? But one thing I like to say before I go, my friend, we are not alone. Trusting God, my friend. Whatever it is, trust God. Even though if you don't see a way, even though you in a human eyes you don't see a way, trusting God. Ask God, my friend, for guidance. Ask God for direction. Ask God, you know, what you think about situation. You know what I mean? Please give him the answer. Please give him wisdom. But don't give up. Faith is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But just what I suggest, just don't pray just one time when you're going through. Pray is something that you have to do many times a day. You have to do every day. Before the start record this video, I was here praying for some things that I'm going through right now. I was praying for some other people. I was praying not only for myself. I pray for everyone in this planet because so many people going through so many things. But once again, I just appreciate for if you like this video, and appreciate if you subscribe my channel if it's your first time here. If you have any question, any comments, please feel free to type it below. Always read the comments, and I mean, and always answer back. And once again, my friend, you know, if you need someone to talk, you know, I'm not charging anything if you send an email for me, ask me for pray for you, for anything like that now. But like I said, if you like to have a private session with me, look at my website, you know, reach out to me. You can talk, you know, we can talk about whatever you feel like, you know what I mean? And I will do my best to help. But once again, thank you very much again for this opportunity. You know, I love you, and I thank you for loving me. Have a blessed day. God bless you all. Namaste.